Can't see my feet. Right then, so another week, another lockdown. Here we go. So, oh, you see, I told you about music. It hasn't even started this time. Oh, you gotta go. Hello. Thank you. Right, standing up nice and tall then, string through the back of the head, opening out wide across the shoulders. Your feet should be underneath those hips with your knees a little bit relaxed. Stretch up nice and tall, drawing through those tummies. Wake them up because they're going to have a bit of work to do this morning. Drawing in, dropping down. There's too many nice bits of food around at the moment. And when you've got surplus eggs, all you do is bake cakes, which isn't good. Drawing in, rolling back. We've got 6 hens now. We had a death over the weekend. But we get about 3 a day at the moment. The 3 new girls are still laying. In we go to that middle. Up nice and tall, stretching up towards the ceiling. Have a big old stretch. 3, 2, 1. Big stretch up, circle round, and we'll go down into our swimming. Round we go. Knees are going over those toes. Big circles. Wake the shoulders up. For another 3, 2. Last one. Round we go. Calming down. Let's settle those shoulders down in the middle. And from there, dumb weight up. As you do that, really pull up tall through the back of your head, through that spine. Gently drawing through your tummies. Keep your ribs in control over the top of those hips. With the next one, let's go out nice and wide and come back in. And again, out we go wide and back in. 2 to go. Last one, out we go wide. From there, we're going to reach over, big stretch, and back. Through the middle and out. Over we go again. Try to keep nice and straight. Through the middle, once more each side. Reaching down, reaching across. Last one. Leave that top hand there. Let's bring the other hand to it. Hands on head into our little dolphin dive. So curling up, bending the knees. Stretch out. So the head goes down. Curling up. Reaching back out. 2 more. Coming back up. Last one. Down we go. Sweep back up. Stretch up nice and tight, high. Going out. And let's go wide. Feet turned out. Drawing in through your tummy. We're sinking down. For 4, 3. Squeezing through those bottoms as you come up. 2, 1. Don't go down too low. Hands on hips, gently bouncing. Knees are turned out. Squeezing there for 4, 3, 2, 1. A little bit lower. Keep going. 3, 2, 1. A little bit lower. Turning those knees out. 3, 2, 1. A little tiny squeeze down and then come back up and have a little march out. Big high knees. Up we go. 3, 2, 1, and then breath in, breath out. Reaching up. Breath in, breath out. Let's have a little roll down. So chin on chest, down we go. Curling down towards your feet. Let the arms go down, reach down right towards the floor, hips to the ceiling. Have a big stretch. And then we're slowly coming back up, bit by bit, opening out through the shoulders, drawing in through those tummies. This time we're going to reach up, lift up. Hands on head, lower the heels, and roll down. Stretch down to the floor, weight on the front of the feet, come back up. Heel back up, right up to the ceiling. Lift up. Hands on head, lower the heels. So we're getting a little bit of balance work going in. and a full body sort of stretch. Last one of those, up we come, reaching up, drawing in, stretch up. So our heels are up, hands on head, heels down, chin on chest, down we go. Stretch right down, hips to the ceiling, and gently, gently back up. Think about that posture again, opening out wide, drawing in through the tummy. Breath in, breath out. Relax the shoulders down, really pull the chin in, curl up from the back of that neck, all the way down towards the floor. At the bottom, take a nice deep breath in. Breathe out, try and go a little bit deeper. Breath in again. Breath out, go a little bit deeper. And then curl yourself back up. Stretching out through that back. We'll go down once more, a nice light one this one, and then we're going down on the mats. Down we go. Chin on chest, stretch down. And there we go. Pop yourself down on your mats. I'll rearrange just so we can see what we're doing. So here we go. That looks all right. Have a nice rest down. Once you're there, we're thinking about those feet and knees being hip width apart, opening out across the chest. I'm just going to alter my YouTube one a bit. Up. So from there, thinking about centering through the middle, we're going to feel where the center is first by rolling back and flattening out, really pulling in through those tummies, and then rolling back out the other way. So we've got that little arch in that lower back. Drop down through the rib cage, drawing in through your tummy, flattening out, trying to be as relaxed as you can across the front of the chest. And then roll back the other way. We're going to do it once more, but you're really going to feel how much movement you've got. Flattening out. And then rolling back the other way. Find that mid position. From there, that's where you're going to hold yourself for our first exercise. We're going to start off with hundreds. So we're going to reach down with our arms, keep centered through the middle and beat up and down. Now, if you want to, you can come into a single tabletop. If you're feeling really brave, you can do a double tabletop, but be warned, remember we're doing a lot of tummy work, so you might want to pace yourself. If at any point you get tired in any of the exercises, just have a little rest. Yeah, be sensible. You're beating up and down. If you want to, you can bring your head up as well. You can always lower it down if you need to. You shouldn't be straining around the neck. So, beating up and down, drawing into your tummies. Keep going for another 4, 3. We're centered through that middle. 2. Last one. And then lower those arms and lower the legs one by one, controlling so you don't move through the middle. And we're back into our starting position. Check you're centered. We're going to start off with a nice one leg stretch, level 1. And you're really going to reach away strongly with that leg, keeping that middle nice and flat. And come back in. Changing to the other side, reaching away. Coming back in. Placing that foot in line with the hip. Don't let it get drawn in towards the other leg. Coming back in. Keep going. So we're reaching out on the out breath. Hold for an in breath. And come back in. Should be just hovering slightly above your mat or above the floor. Out we go. Last one with this one. Reaching away. Coming back in. Placing it back into normal starting position. Pop your hands behind your head. Supporting that neck, elbows out wide, with abdo prepping. So breath in, Breath out. Draw your ribs down towards your pelvis as you come up, so we flatten the tummy. And then we lower back down. So nice and steady, normal abdo prep. Breath in, breath out as you come up. And this one, the breathing really does help. And slowly down. Breath in, breath out. Drawing in and lowering back down. Let's do 3 more. Pulling the tummy in, coming up, lowering back down. Final 2 of this set. Reaching up, lowering back down. Last one. Breath in, breath out. Coming up, drawing in through those tummies. Slowly roll back down, rest back down. Bring your arms back down by your side. And we're back to the one leg stretch. Holding in the middle, reaching away. Coming back in. And again, other leg. Coming back in. Center through the middle, reach. Coming back in. We're halfway, we're going to do 3 more. That back is staying rock solid in the center. There's a little tiny gap between your back and the mat. It doesn't increase, it doesn't decrease as you reach away. Final one coming up. Stretch away. Draw back in. Feet are at level with the hips. Hands go behind the head. We're back to 6 more abdo prep before we change it a little bit. Breath in, breath out. We roll up. And we slowly go back down. Remember, these arms are nice and wide. You should just see the elbows out the corners of your eyes. You're not pulling up through your shoulders. They're just there to support that head a little bit. If you want to make it harder, you can push your head into your hands. So you also almost create your own resistance. 3 to go. Up we come. Slowly down. Last 2. Falling in, reaching up. Lowering back down. Last one. Breathing in. Breathing out, reaching up. Slowly, slowly lower back down. Rest that head down. Arms down by our sides again. Drawing into the middle. Make sure you're centered. We're going to come into a single tabletop. From there, we're hip twisting out for 6. As you go out, make sure that weight stays down on the other side. Don't let that other side of your hip, that other hip lift up. Out, we know that bottom stays in contact with the ground. Coming back in. Try and relax through your shoulders. If it's too much for you, you can always do the level 1 with your foot on the floor. Keeping heavy, we've got another 3 to go. Out we go. Drawing back in. 2. Really feel those crossover abs, your obliques working now, kicking in to keep you controlled. Coming back in, gently lower back down, hands behind head, or one hand behind head, one by your side. We're going to do our obliques to that side. So we're drawing in, we're coming up and up. And back down. For 6. Breathe in, breathe out as you come up. Hold and go back down. We're halfway with this one. So you're trying to bring that shoulder across towards the opposite hip. 3 to go. Shoulder in and across. And back out. 2. And down. Last one coming up. Breathing in. Breathe out and across. Come back down. Rest yourself back down. center through the middle, float the other leg up, let's hip twist the other side. So the knee goes out the same rate as the foot. Opening out through that hip, trying to keep the other side of your bottom down. Relaxing through that upper body. Out we go, coming back in. As that's what music I use. The one that's on at the moment is really inappropriate. It's really high beat sort of intensity. Aerobic-y sort. Not good for Pilates. Keeps me company. Last one coming up. Keep your bottom securely down. Work those tummy muscles out. That knee goes. Coming back in. Gently control it on its way down. Pop your hand behind your head. One hand down by your hip. We're doing our obliques to that side as well. Breath in, breath out. Shoulder comes across. We stretch down and over. And back down. Breath in, breath out. Up and across. And back down. Using that breathing to help you. Halfway for that side. Here we go. Last two. And the final one. Drawing through that tummy. Rib cage across towards your hip. And back down. Rest yourself back down. Swap arms again. Oh, swap arms? What are we doing? No, we're centering. We're going to do that once more on each leg. So bring one knee up. We're going to do our what are we doing? We're doing our hip twist. Oh, I've gone. Here we go. Hip twist out for 6, 5. Back in. 4. Back in. 3. 2. Last one. Coming back in, slowly down, hand behind head, reaching down. Let's do our 6 obliques. Up and over. 5 for 6. 5. Thinking about those waists shrinking in. 4. And down. Breathing in, breathing out. Last 2. Out we come and across. Last one. Resting back down. Center through the middle. Float that other leg up. Hip twist the other side. Out we go. Taking it as far as you can control. If you go too far, you'll start to tilt through that pelvis, so keep it down. Feel those lower tummy muscles controlling it. We're halfway with that one. 3 to go. Out we go. And back in. 2. Back in. Last one. Coming back in, gently lowering down, hand behind head, one hand down by your hip. Breathing in, up we go for our obliques. And lower back down. And again. Up and over. And back down. Halfway with this one. Drawing through that tummy, rib cage towards pelvis. Here we go. Another 3. And again, 2. Last one. Breathing in, breathing out. Coming back down. Resting there. Bring those arms up. Let's do our double leg stretch. Let's have a big stretch out of our tummies as well. So stretching out, fingertips to toes. Breathe in, Breathe out as you fold back in. And the other side. Big stretch, toes to fingertips. But the centre staying in that middle. Stretching back. Coming back in. Don't have your hands too close, remember. You don't want to be scrunched up and tense around the shoulders. Coming back. Final two. Coming back in. Last one. Big reach out. Coming back in. Lower those arms down. And now we're going to do a little hip twist with a knee opening. So we're going to come into single tabletop. Hip twist out. Straighten your knee. Bend your knee. Hip twist back in. And then change legs. So float into single tabletop. Hip twist out. Keep that bottom down as you reach out. Fold back in. Roll back into the middle and down. We've done it before in level 1 hip twist. This is doing it at level 2. So we reach out, stretch, come back in, roll back in and down, float up, hip twist out, reach away, come back in, fold back in. We've got 2 to go like that. We're still keeping that centered position through the middle. Out we go, reach away. That's where you start to feel a bit more obliques coming in. Fold and inwards. Last one. Lift up, fold out, reach away, come back in, fold back in and lower back in. Both hands behind the head. We're going to do our abdo prep, but we're going to have a little hold to it. So breathing in to prepare. So we're doing our straight abs this time. We're coming up on the breath out. And then we go back halfway, have a little pause, and all the way back. Breath in, breath out. We come up, hold, halfway down, hold, all the way down. If at any point you start to struggle, because we've done a lot of abs now, then have a little rest, that's fine. I remember I used to hate doing abs. And down. We're going to do 3 more, okay? Breathing in, up we come. Halfway down, all the way down. Final 2. So drawing in through your tummy, rib cage towards your pelvis. Up we come. Hold and halfway down, all the way down. Last one. Breathing in, breathing out as we come up. Halfway down, all the way down, and rest there. Bring your feet and knees together, take the arms out to the side. Let's just have a little hip twist stretch. And then we're going to just repeat those last 2 exercises. So have a good stretch to start with. Knees gummed together, glued together. Glummed together must be, a combination of gumming and gluing. Over we go. Really push those hips over. Open out across that chest. Back we go round to the other side. Big stretch over. Push those hips forwards. You're sort of reaching down that top thigh to open out across the front a little bit. Last one. Reaching out. And then we're back into the middle. Walk the feet and knees hip width apart. Bring the arms down by your side. Just let them have a little rest there. And we're back to that hip twist and open. So we center through the middle, come into a single tabletop. And we're going to hip twist out. Reach away, fold back in, roll back in. Now, I noticed my hip came up that time, so I'm really concentrating on keeping that other side of the pelvis down. Hip twist out, reach out. Fold back in, roll back in. And again. Reach, back, and in. I I've done it just on one leg this time, haven't I? Hey ho. Reach back and in. Last one with this leg. Out, back and in. Lower back down. Change to the other leg. If you've been alternating, just carry on alternating. Centre through the middle, come back up. Hip twist out. Reach away. Fold back in. Roll back in. And again. Out we go. Reaching away. Coming back in. Rolling back in. Keep going. Thinking about controlling through that tummy. Keeping that other hip down. Trying to relax by the shoulders. 3 to go. Out we go. Folding back in. Rolling back in. 2. Back in. Last one. Reaching out, coming back in, rolling back in and lowering back down. Have a little rest. Bring the arms up, place them behind your head. It's that abdo prep with the little hold. Breath in to prepare, breath out. We come up, hold, go down halfway, hold there, and then lower. If that's too much for you, you can do your normal straight up, straight down, so we can have a little rest all together. Up we come, hold halfway, and down. Breath in, breath out. Up we come, halfway back, all the way back. And again. Up we come, halfway down, all the way down. 2 to go. Keeping those elbows nice and wide. Coming up, halfway down, all the way down. Last one. Really think about that rib cage going towards that pelvis. Hold it there, halfway down, all the way down, and rest there. Bring those knees up towards you. Give yourself a little cuddle in the middle. Relax off those tummies. I think they've worked pretty hard, don't you? So let's get a little bit of variety. Pop the arms out, feet together, knees together. Couple of hip twists, and then we'll go over onto our sides and just have a little bit of a change of position. But I thought I'd give us a really big abs blast first thing. Over we go to the other side. And just showing us some of the different ways you can do that abdo prep type movement to work those tummies. There's so many different variations. During the week, those of you coming to other classes, you get different ones. Because I make it up as I go along a bit. It'll be similar. Over we go. And then let's go over onto our sides. We are going to do a little bit of side kicking. So if you stack yourself up, shoulders on top of each other, hips on top of each other, bend those knees forward so we're in our clam type position to start with. Draw in through that tummy, if you can still feel where it is. That'll be the achy bit in the middle. Stretch that top leg away. That'll help to give you that lift through the middle. And we side kicking up 1.5, gliding forwards, driving back. Try and relax and make your neck nice and long. Shoulders down. Kicking forward, driving back, but focusing on keeping that lift through the middle. Glide forward, drive back, and we try not to arch through that back as we kick back. 2 more like that. Strong through those legs. Last one. Coming back in. And then bend that knee, lower that leg down. Have a little breather. You can relax through that waist. Slide both the legs out. Make them nice and long, low. And then let's see if we can do our level 2. So we lift that top leg up. Fingers in front if you need to. You can sneakily bend that underneath leg if you want to. It just gives you that little bit of stability, even if it's just a little tiny bend, that's fine. It's better that you do that and get good quality than to struggle too much and not be able to do it. The amount you kick forward will be less because it's harder to control. Okay. 2 more, drawing in through that tummy, stretching that leg away, coming back. Last one. Forward we go, drive back through the heel, lower that leg down, relax there, bring that arm into play. We're going to torpedo, big stretch out, and draw back. And again, stretching over, and drawing back. Think nice and long through the neck. 2 to go. Over we go. Coming back. Last one. Big stretch over. And coming back. Okay, bend the knees up. Strangely, we're going to finish with a clam. Drawing up, squeeze and open. Just to give those hips a little bit of a workout as well. And slowly back down. We're still trying to get that lift through the middle. But feel how your bottom is important as well. Down we go. Lift it up through the waist. Squeezing as we open out. Don't roll backwards. 2 to go. Squeezing open. Gently back down. Last one. Good stuff. Relax it there. Let's come up and do a mermaid. Excuse me, a mermaid stretch to go over. So underneath leg comes forward, top leg goes back. We're lifting up through the chest. Bring that top arm over, and we're going to reach over, stretch, and then we're going to come back and reach and reverse if you can. That's the tricky one. Down we go, reaching over. Bring that top arm round this time, stretching down, and then up towards the ceiling. So I'll thread the needle in our mermaid position. Through we go. And up. Big stretch out. And through. Last one. Over we go. Coming back underneath. And grab your pillows. Go down the other end. Let's do it all the same on the other side. So, support your head with whichever pillow, cushion, towel you need. Make sure you're stacking yourself up, shoulders on top of each other, hips and top, feet are in line with your bottom. Drawing in through your waist, we're going to slide that top leg away from us. And as you do that, you'll get that little lift up through there. We're keeping our pelvises in line. And from there, kicking forwards, gliding back. Make sure you don't roll backwards. I just had a little adjustment myself. And we're trying to keep that low back in that mid position. We're not extending or flexing it. So that's where the tummy control and that balance between our tummies and our bottoms comes in. Squeezing backwards. Gliding forwards. Driving backwards. Feeling through the back of that bottom. Keep going for another 3. And back. 2. And back. Last one coming up. Check that you're still lifted up through the waist. Hopefully you should all be able to do that on this slightly easier level. And then bend that knee. Relax it down, straighten both legs out. Have a big old stretch out straight. We're still stacked up, we're drawing in through our tummy. Fingers in front if you need to. Lift that top leg up to hip height, and we're side kicking for 6 at this level. Again, if you want to, you can bend that bottom leg just to give yourself a bit more support. You'll notice that you start working a little bit more underneath this supporting arm. Try and draw in through your tummy to take that pressure away. Driving back. 3 to go. Gliding forward. Driving back. 2. Pushing back, feeling that bottom work. Last one coming up. Driving back. Gently lower that leg down, relax it there. Have a big stretch out, a bit of a break. Reaching over and coming back down. For 4, 3, and back. 2. Over we go. Last one coming up. Big reach out. Coming back. Resting there. Bend those knees up into our clam position. Tightening through that waist. Screw through the bottom. Pulling up through the pelvic floors. And we're going to turn out. And lower back down for 6. And out. Tight through the back of that bottom. Drawing in. Lower part of the tummy's working, pelvic floor's helping. Tensing anything below the waist. 3 to go. Squeezing out. Gently back down. 2. Out we go. Down we go. Last one coming up. Bottom's working. Slowly, slowly lower back down. Let's have our little mermaid stretch that side now. So come on up. One leg behind, underneath leg in front, lifting up through the chest. Make sure you're nice and straight. Bring that top arm over. Slide down onto your elbow and reach across. Trying to push that opposite side of your hip down. Come back up. And if you can, reverse it. That's a tricky one. Come back over. Stretching over. This time we're going to have that twist round. So we get a nice twisting stretch through the back. And then up towards the ceiling. Into our mermaid stretch. Stretching out. Folding back in underneath. Using those tummy muscles, if you've still got any, to help pull you through. Up we go to the ceiling, underneath we go. Last one, opening out through that chest, pulling down underneath. Good stuff. There, go over onto hands and knees. Have a little stretch out into your shell stretch. Easing out that lower back area, trying to sit back on your heels if you can. If not, it doesn't matter if your bottom's a little bit up in the air. Coming up into full point, having a little cat stretch. Bottoms up, head up. Gently pulling through your tummy, tuck your tail in underneath, stretch up through that low back. Through the rib cage, and then roll back out of that. Sinking down through the shoulder blades as well. Tail underneath, stretch up. And gently peel yourself back down, final time. And final stretch back down. Bring both hands over one side and sit back. Reaching that top arm away, or even walking the hands round so we're getting a side stretch going. Thinking about all those oblique and side muscles we've worked really hard. Giving them a stretch. And then we come up and over to the other side. One hand on top of the other. Sit yourself back. Slide those arms out in front. If you want, walk them around a little bit. Getting a bit of a side stretch going. And then gently, gently, carefully, pop yourself up into standing. Let's have a little look. We like standing up. Ooh, you're not going to see my head there, Zoomers. There we go. Have a little stretch out. Should feel really toned through the middle, ladies and gents. Have a little shake out. Deep breath in. Relax out. Breath in. Breath out. Gently drop the head forward, link the fingers, tiny bend to those knees and really stretch those arms away. Giving the upper back a stretch. Lifting all the way up towards the ceiling. And having a little stretch backwards as well today. Reaching out wide and coming back down. Once more again. Bend the knees, drop the head and shoulders forward. Stretch out in front of you. Pulling in through the tummy. Stretch all the way to the ceiling. Out wide. Right to the end of your fingertips. Come back down. Resting there. Floaty, floaty arms up. Relax the shoulders. Drawing in gently through your tummy. We'll do our arm openings. Lengthening through that neck. Round to the other side. Back we come. Once more each side. Last one coming up. Coming back into the middle. Split those arms. And let's do a big side stretch. Reaching right over. Try to keep as straight as you can and then circle to the front. Dangle there. Gentle bend of the knees and slowly come back up. Restacking yourself. Down we go the other side. Reaching down, stretching up and over. Big old stretch. And then circle round. Dangling in the middle. Weights on the front of the feet. And gently come back up, bit by bit by bit. Drop the shoulders down. Let's have 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. We'll do the calf stretch to start with, but we're then going to do our hamstring stretch. So the front knee is bent, the back heel is down for our calf stretch. The weight is on that front leg. Holding that there. Feeling it through the back calf muscle for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then come back. Bring that front foot back a little way. Sit back on your back leg. And we're going to lean our chest down towards our toes. And you should feel it down the back of that other leg. So your front leg's getting a stretch in the hamstring area. Just a little different one. We don't do this one all the time. 3, 2, 1. Come back up. Let's change the legs over. Do it slightly different way so you can see me. So front foot forward, back foot back, and lunge onto the front leg. Trying to keep that back heel down. If you've got a wall or a table or something, you can hold on to that to give yourself a bit of an extra stretch. Holding it there. For another 4, 3, 2, 1. Then slide that front leg back a little way. So you're not such a wide stance. We're sitting down on that back leg. We've got the back leg bent and we're leaning our chest forward so that we're stretching down this front leg. So we're feeling it in the back of that hamstring, back of that leg. Stretching away there. You could be sitting on a chair doing this one. 3, 2, 1. Come back up into the middle. Have a little shake out. See where we're at. Deep breath in. Bring those arms up. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Chin on chest. Down we go. Curling all the way up. Up, down even. Stretching down to the floor. Hips to the ceiling. Deep breath in at the bottom. Breath out. Stretch a little bit more and come back up. Bit by bit by bit. Unfurl yourself into the middle. One last gentle one. Breath in. Breath out. Gentle bend forwards. Come back up. Lifting up, drawing in through your tummy. Think about that perfect posture, nice and tall. Knees relaxed. Deep breath in. And a breath out. Relaxing there. Last one. Up we come. And out we go. Well done, folks. Stronger, earned your cakes and everything today.